The deep blue waters of the Atlantic shimmered under the sun. Miami Port's jetty was alive with the hum of people and machines. Captain Arjun Sengupta, aged 42, stood by the railing of his massive cargo vessel, the Akashganga, watching the port's busy life unfold. His face bore the calm, resolute confidence of a man seasoned by years at sea. This voyage of the Akashganga was unlike any other. Their destination was Puerto Rico, and the route would graze the eastern edge of the Bermuda Triangle. Hidden deep in the ship's hold was a classified cargo, a set of advanced submarine solar module, components designed for a top-secret U.S. Navy research project. The entire mission was under strict confidentiality. First Officer Sumit Nayak approached, a trace of worry in his eyes. "Captain, we've received a new update from the meteorological department. There's an unusual low-pressure system forming near Bermuda. Looks like nature's planning to test us today." Arjun took out his leather-bound diary, his constant companion, and noted the date. For him, this diary wasn't just a logbook, but a witness to every heartbeat of the sea. He smiled faintly. "Seamen don't fear nature's tests, Sumit. Besides, we're not heading through the Triangle's core. We'll maintain a safe distance. But run a full check on all emergency protocols again." At 12:00 noon, the Akashganga left port. Arjun knew well that the Bermuda Triangle wasn't merely a sailor's myth. There were real records of countless ships and aircraft vanishing mysteriously. Within its bounds, science blamed it on erratic weather, powerful ocean currents, and methane gas eruptions from the seafloor, but Arjun believed there was more, a silent, ancient truth hidden beneath the waves. The midnight sea was far from calm. Massive waves pounded against the Akashganga, and a faint tremor ran through her steel body. A dense fog blanketed the deck. On the bridge, Arjun's brow furrowed. The compasses were behaving erratically, the needles spinning wildly as if under the spell of some unseen force. "Captain, GPS signal's gone." Sumit's voice quivered with alarm. "Compass 2, we're flying blind." Arjun grabbed the satellite phone. No connection. Dead. He recalled a US research report he'd once read, describing magnetic anomalies in parts of Bermuda so intense that no modern instruments could function there. He picked up the intercom mic. "Attention all crew, we are switching to full manual control, reduce speed, engine room, be ready for surge pressure." Then it happened. Out on the dark waters ahead, a brilliant green light emerged, faint at first, then growing brighter. It wasn't a ship nor any visible landform. Arjun's eyes widened. The light revealed the silhouette of an old shipwreck, floating upright on the surface. Its timbers were ancient, salt-eaten, yet it drifted as though alive. The eerie green glow radiated from within its hull. Sumit whispered, "Oh my God, is that a ghost ship?" Arjun lifted his binoculars. Through the mist, the ship's faded name became barely visible. The mystic rose. The name sent a chill through him. He'd read about it in old maritime records. A British Indian merchant ship that vanished in these waters in the 1930s, never to be found again. Yet here it was, floating in front of him. "What is this ship doing here, and what's that light?" Arjun murmured. Logic and science fell silent. "We're going closer," he said decisively. "That ship holds answers the world has forgotten." Sumit hesitated. "But sir, protocol says we must avoid any unidentified—" "Protocol isn't worth more than history's greatest mystery, Sumit. What if there's someone alive on board? Or evidence of what happened here? My instincts say this isn't an accident. It's an invitation." Arjun's tone left no room for argument. The Akashganga slowly approached the mystic rose. As they neared, Arjun felt a sudden chill in the air, unnatural for the warm tropical night. The green light intensified, emanating from a gaping fracture in the ship's central deck. Arjun, Sumit, and 2 senior crewmen boarded a small speedboat and crossed the mist toward the ghostly vessel. When they stepped onto its deck, a heavy silence engulfed them. The ship was deserted, yet everything looked as though it had been abandoned only moments ago. The air smelled of brine mixed with something oddly sweet, like aged sandalwood. Coiled ropes lay neatly on the deck. A coffee cup lay tipped over with a trace of liquid still inside. Despite decades of exposure, the vessel seemed remarkably intact. They moved cautiously toward the cabins. Every door hung ajar, rooms filled with scattered charts, uniforms, and rusted navigational gear. Inside the captain's cabin, Arjun found a large wooden desk, a chair, and shelves heavy with books, everything coated with dust but strangely untouched by decay. On the desk lay a leather-bound diary, the date etched on its cover, January 1935. Arjun's pulse quickened. Could this be the captain's own journal? He flipped it open. The ink was still legible, as though written yesterday. The author's name read Captain David Alistair. The first entry began, January 29, 1935, 10 p.m. The sea tonight is a black mirror. For 3 days our compasses have gone mad. The instruments flicker and fail. The crew is terrified. This morning one of my men, Williams, vanished from the deck. It was as if some unseen force pulled him away. The sea here is not normal. It feels as though we've crossed into a boundary the world does not know. Arjun felt a chill crawl down his spine. He turned the page. January 30th, 1935. Late at night the ship shuddered violently, as though we'd struck something. But the radar was clear. In the engine room I found a stone. No, not a stone. A black crystalline mineral, smooth as glass. It emitted a faint hum, like a whisper in some forgotten tongue. I kept it for study. Arjun's hand instinctively went to his own pocket. Before departure, a US naval officer had handed him a small metallic container holding an identical black crystal, calling it an experimental navigation module. If all else fails, this will guide you. But Arjun had always suspected there was more to it. He flipped to the final entries, the handwriting now trembling, frantic. February 1st, 1935. I have seen them. They are here, not ships, not men, but the ancient ones beneath the sea. Last night lights bloomed under the water, thousands of them. Not just lights, but structures, pyramids of green crystal rising from the depths. Through my cabin window, I saw a shadow. It was neither man nor fish. Its eyes glowed the same green as the crystal. It looked at me with the weight of 1,000 years. Does it want to help or to warn? I think it wants to give me something. The next page was almost unreadable, scrawled in haste. Only one word stood clear. Atlantis. Arjun trembled. Atlantis, no longer myth, but a clue written by a dying captain from another century. Then came a shout from above deck. Captain, come quick, look below. Arjun rushed up. Sumit was pointing toward the source of the green glow. It was growing brighter, spinning faster, until the water below the mystic rose seemed to twist open like a vortex, as if a doorway beneath the sea itself was awakening.